wanna be down with the king.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the king.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Every day, make sure you telling a friend or enemy. We don't care. We don't discriminate around here. Tell somebody the Kings are back. Right here on Spreaker.com, Sports Kings Podcast. Big Mike, Rob Calloway. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Those are our three social media vehicles of choice. You can find us at Sports Kings Live. You can also email us, sportskingslive@gmail.com. All right, the first hour, we took a good portion of the first hour to discuss the Boston bomber being sentenced to death in the case of, obviously, the Boston bombing 2 years ago. What I forgot to mention also in the interest of doing the gig properly, that there is an automatic appeal that comes along with that sentence. The other thing some of you may be mentioning, maybe thinking about, is the fact that during the Aaron Hernandez trial, we learned that there is no death penalty in Boston. Well, that's different in this case because it's a Fed case. With the feds, yeah, they can kill your butt no matter where you at. So understand that. And next, if any of you fools know anybody that's think about blowing up something, yeah, that dude wanted to go see 20 Virgins. We're gonna find out now if it's real, which I don't have to know by him dying that it's not real, but whatever. Anyway, what's the deal with that anyway? Like, what grown man wants 20 virgins? What grown man? Like, if I'm going to heaven, I ain't trying to do that much work.
You need 20 season hoes.
Yeah, damn right. At least, like, well, here's the thing. There's like an area in between that, between you having the Grand Canyon and me having to do, yeoman's work to get my junk where it's supposed to be or supposed to go. Like, there's an area in between that that's a nice, comfortable place that everyone can dwell. Yeah, and then 20 virgins? Come on, dude. You asking for trouble. I'm just saying that.
Well, okay, let me just keep it real. People need to stop falling for that. Like, man, can't nobody tell me that Allah go bless me with 20 virgins and not like, no. Because guess what, pimp? Yeah, I'm leaving my junk. My junk is in the casket with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I blew myself up. I blew my junk out.
Maybe you got a spare one for you.
Yeah.
a much bigger and better one, as a matter of fact. It is heaven. After all, it is heaven.
Okay.
Anyway, enough about that foolishness. A couple other things we wanted to make sure we mentioned to wrap up our NBA conversation from last hour. There was a story that came out today, and I have the tweets, I guess, here that Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder's becoming a bit of a little, thuggy little German man. I like it, when it comes to the way he's playing these playoff games. He actually is reported where John Wall said that he was telling Ken Bazemore to hit John Wall on the hand. Okay, one, if you're Ken Bazemore, why do you have to be told that? Are you not competing as well, dude? If this dude is out here playing, you got to assume that he's all right. And it's up to you. I think it's incumbent upon you to test that, to make sure he's all right. Ain't nobody trying to hurt nobody, but the objective is, the understanding is that he said he wasn't going to play if he felt like further damage could be done. So since you don't feel like any further damage can be done, let's just see. These tweets are from George Costello. Who is George Costello with, Rob? He is with
I don't know.
But it might
be
Washington
funny
Post.
that Dennis tell somebody else to hit it. Why the hell he don't walk by him and hit his hand?
I'm glad you mentioned. Here are the tweets from John Castillo of the Washington Post. Wall said wrist hand got hit a couple of times. Quote, then Dennis Schroeder told Ken Bazemore to smack me. I was like, you come smack it, end quote. So there's your answer to that. The next tweet goes.
I decided to throw up my gang signs.
The next tweet goes, Wall and Schroeder have had a little feud going back to the regular season. Wall said Schroeder started talking trash randomly in one game in ATL. Good for him, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm standing by my tweet the other day. The German is growing up, man. Hell yeah. Get you some, Dennis. And by the way, what John Wall don't understand is, like, Dennis Schroeder could be standing at the other end of the court and still smack you with them long ass arms.
Long arms.
He just like go gadget arm, bang. Who did that? Way down here, John. Here under the basket. Yeah. Now catch me. There was something that you wanted to mention too about this game too, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, I was talking to my buddy in DC earlier today, and I guess he had went to the shoot around a little while ago, and or maybe an open locker room or something. But he was like, Paul Pierce was down there telling everybody that he ain't never lost to the Hawks, so he wasn't gonna start tonight. So I told my buddy, well, guess what? Sounds like the Hawks going to the Eastern Conference Final. You know, that's what it sounds like to me.
Ooh, we got 2 predictions out of one Rob Calloway today. There we go. Let's get it going. Let's crank it up. Turn up. Oh, dang, that's what I forgot to get to. By Monday, I'll have my Odell Beckham sounder, and I'm gonna play that every time. Every time something need to be accentuated, I'm gonna play Odell Beckham screaming, "Turn up, turn up!" Yeah. ODB, the old dirty bastard. Or no.
They were like, "Hey, you don't like LeBron? Are you and LeBron like friends, or y'all hang out?" Oh no, I just like LeBron.
No, they do. No, they do. They went out to dinner before.
He
said he gave him a bunch of advice on how to conduct himself as a professional and how to deal with the ups and downs of a professional. Yeah, they know each other pretty well. Absolutely. Now onto the NFL. We're pretty much obligated to talk about this because it's still going on. It's not going away anytime soon. The it that I'm referring to is the improperly deflated football scandal that's happening with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots and Roger Goodell and all these people involved now, and Kessler and our guy, my G, Ted Wells, Theodore as I call him. When we get on the phone together, I call him Theo.
I call him
my boy, because obviously we've now learned that he is a brother, so that changes everything. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it does.
He's like one of those. Bill Campbell type brothers.
I take it how I get it.
But I can dig it.
Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers, Rob. That's what they say. Anyway, the appeal was filed yesterday. Tom Brady had until midnight to file his appeal, and he did, as expected. And the kind of the setup was on from the beginning, and we talked about it a couple of days ago. Roger Goodell is going to hear this appeal, and he is a man who has learned from previous mistakes in which he thought his predecessor and one Paul Tagliabue was going to have his back. He had nothing to worry about, and I'm talking about during the Bounty Gate situation, where Jonathan Vilma took this dude to Fed court, and they got him to appoint an independent arbitrator. That arbitrator ended up being the previous commissioner, Paul Tagliabue. Paul Tagliabue was like, nope, everybody go back to work. And then he didn't just stop there. He ended up criticizing Roger Goodell, like, yeah, you went way too far on this, homeboy. What were you thinking? That's me paraphrasing, but in general, that's what he said to his protege, I guess you can call him. So in this case, Roger Goodell is going to stand by the fact that he delegated the investigation responsibilities to Theo, Ted Wells, as you guys know him, but since he's my boy, we got our own little thing going. And Troy Vincent did the punishing, and so that leaves Roger Goodell out of the loop as far as having a conflict of interest in hearing the appeal, because apparently he didn't have anything to do with the other two parts of the thing. Yeah, wink, 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 wink. So now the NFLPA is coming back saying that we still don't think he should do it. He should be the guy who hears the grievance, because we want to question him. And to that, Roger Goodell is going to say, so what? You can ask me anything you want to. I ain't got to answer you, but knock yourself out. Go right ahead. That still don't mean I'm recusing myself, because he wants to make sure that it gets done right, or in his eyes right. Because the last time he tried to get somebody else in there and it burned him, somebody who thought was going to have his back. He thought it was going to burn him. Something that I didn't mention yesterday, and I'm sure you guys have heard it by now, but just in case you hadn't, when Tom Brady says he's never made mention to a deflated football, it's not quite true. 2011, on the weekly talk show on WEI in Boston, he actually said, quote, talking about Gronkowski and his spiking of the ball. He said, quote, he spikes it every time he scores. So I don't know if that's flagrant or what. When Gronk scores, it was like his 8th touchdown of the year. He spikes the ball and he deflates the ball. I love that because I like the deflated ball, end quote.
Yeah, remember that's what I told you. I mentioned that the other day that he kind of made a joke about that a while ago. So, yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. It's not the most damning of evidence because, you could always point to the fact that he's being, tongue in cheek, and it's one of those things that if this thing never happens, no one ever cares that he said that. But because now we're dealing with a deflated ball scenario, of course, people who do the gig are going to remember it.
Now here is from what I understand. Here's what's going to happen. Tom Brady's lawyers. The way that they go play this thing, because I actually I saw the link to the website that they created, their WordPress page, and I looked over a couple things, but I really didn't have time to to look over everything that they had written. But I don't know why this part slipped my mind from that AFC Championship game. What was the boy's name that intercepted that ball?
In the AFC Championship game?
Yeah, whoever they said created
the linebacker.
The first one to report.
By the way, the page is called context.com.
Yeah, context.com, right. I didn't realize, I didn't know. It's not even that I didn't realize it. But the coach, instead of turning the ball over to an official when they immediately thought that there was something wrong with the ball, they had one of their interns stick a needle in the ball and check it. So, from everything that I understand, that part, having somebody that's not an official, checking regulation of a ball or whatnot, like that's what is that? That's a violation of, I think, Section 2 of the CBA or something like that.
Well, the thing about that ball, it wasn't a ball that was going to go back and play anyway. It's a ball that kid was going to keep. The kid didn't intercept it. He's going to keep it anyway. So it's not like he did something to the ball and then put it back in play. That ball was going to go in that little trunk that they have so they can put that little white thing on it and put, interception in the AFC Championship game or whatever for the kid to put on his trophy case or whatnot. So I don't know if they'll necessarily violate them for that. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Jim Murray just sent me a text about something, and I'm not going to be able to see it because it must be a picture of something because I can't get pictures while the phone is. I can't wait to see this. Rob, I'll call you right back. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Right in the middle of the
right.
Really?
It's that important. I have to see what Jim Murray sent me.
Right.
But no, it's going to be this whole thing is going to play out soap opera style, man. Well, as if it hasn't already, but. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna get It's gonna get bad before it gets better. You think so? That's what. Dang, that's three. What is that? 3 now? Rob is on a roll. Jesus.
I think Brady.
Three predictions in one show.
The worst case scenario, Brady missed one game. Worst case scenario, one game.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard to get Roger to undercut himself.
Yeah, man.
Because the one thing that you're trying to avoid is for people thinking that your relationship with Robert Kraft is going to affect your decision. Now, if you do that, if you reduce it any, that's what it's going to look like. Like, you're trying to preserve your relationship with your man, and that's going to make you look bad to the other 31 owners. It's going to confirm what a lot of them already suspected. You know what I mean? So your whole deal. And trying to go hard on the Patriots so people know that, it doesn't matter who you are. They said it in the letter, right? It doesn't matter how accomplished you are or how this you are. The rules still apply. But you get in there and you're the arbiter now of your own situation. Now, you can tell me Troy Vincent did whatever and Ted Wells was in charge of the event. Well, you can tell me all that all you want to. Roger Goodell he's still the head of the snake. You know what I mean? So you would basically be cutting off your own junk in public for everyone to see. And I don't think that dude is made that way.